Hi, I'm Emily McGonagle and I'm a freelance professional voiceover artist. I work from my home studio here in Colchester. As you can see, I'm in it right now, which is why I thought I'd film the video here so you could get a sense of where I actually record. Most people think that voiceover is just this, so talking into a microphone all day long, which it really isn't. Actually, this is only a small part of it. Like with most things, there's a lot more to it than that. And first and foremost, I'm running a business and I'm promoting my voiceover services to the market, and that's the way I think about it. So my path into voiceover wasn't a traditional one. I don't come from an acting background. I actually come from a corporate background, and I was previously a lawyer. So as a child, I absolutely loved performing, loved it, was involved in all the school plays, loved dancing, singing, acting, everything. Coerced my brother into performances at home. He probably hated me for it. But I absolutely loved it. And but when it came to career choices, I went down the academic route and chose law. So I trained and qualified as a solicitor, trained with an international law firm in London, Mayer Brown. And then I did that, so I trained and qualified. And then I actually took a sideways step into editorial work. And I worked for Thomson Reuters for over 6 years, still in legal writing, so the legal field, but editorial work, not practicing. So it was only after I had a baby, and then I had another baby pretty much straight away afterwards, that I, as a lot of women do, everything changed, and I started to reassess things with my career, where I was, what I wanted to do, and what would fit best for me and my family. But then suddenly I stumbled across voiceover, and actually what it was I was watching Peppa Pig with my children, and it was on all the time. And I suddenly just thought to myself, God, I'd love to do that job. Who does that? Who does the voices of Peppa Pig? And that seems like a great job to me. But I kind of didn't really think about it too seriously, because I just assumed that, they're probably, actors, they're from an acting background. To get into voiceover, you probably have to have qualifications, certain qualifications, and I don't have any of that, so I'm probably barking up the wrong tree. But then I looked into it further. I actually realised that you can do it. You can work from home. You can set yourself up at home. It would be great flexibility for working around the children. And actually, a lot of voiceover artists come from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. You don't have to have studied drama or anything like that. You can still do well in voiceover without that background. So I went and got some training. I did an intro to voiceover course in London, and then I got some one-to-one coaching. So that was 2 years ago, and I haven't looked back since, because I absolutely love what I do. It really brings out that passion that I used to have for performing, and I love being my own boss, and it's just great, and it's so flexible, and it's so varied as well. So there's lots of different genres of voiceover. I could be working on a corporate script one day for an explainer video or an e-learning course, and then another day I could be doing a radio commercial or an internet ad. And I've done audiobooks as well, actually. There's lots and lots of different genres of voiceover. Some I haven't yet ventured into, but I really want to in the future. So the sky's the limit, really, and that's how I feel with it. There's always something new to learn, which is great, always learning. And I'm lucky enough to, so far, have worked with some quite prestigious clients like LinkedIn and Google, Casio, Global, who produce Heart Radio, and various others. So I'm really quite fortunate to have worked with these clients. I do consider myself to be an ambitious woman. But I think that can mean a lot of different things. What is ambition? It doesn't necessarily mean, to me, putting your career above everything and it comes first and everything. That doesn't mean, that's not what ambition means to me. It just means having your own personal goals and personal targets to achieve. And I think that's great. And I think that can be done alongside having a family. But I do think that women can be very down. We can be very down on ourselves sometimes, especially when you're a mum and you're trying to juggle things, and that mum guilt that we all get. And I just think it's wrong, really. And quite a lot of the time, I think the stigma comes from other women as well. And I just think that we put too much pressure on ourselves to be everything to everyone. And we should just be a bit more supportive of whatever choices we make, whether you decide that you're going to work full-time or part-time, or whether you're going to be a stay-at-home mum. It doesn't matter. There shouldn't be any stigma attached to any of those decisions, and I feel like sometimes there can be. So I would want women to kind of raise each other up a bit more, and celebrate each other's achievements, whatever that may be, whatever form that may take. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and maybe you've learned a little bit more about what voiceover entails. And if you've got any questions, or you want to hire me for a voiceover, if you've got a project coming up that you think a voiceover might be good for, please get in touch with me on LinkedIn. That would be great.